Hi guys, it's Any, aka the Noctrader, your friendly neighborhood swing trader, back again with another video. And today is Wednesday, the 1st of May 2019. I'm going to be going through my US and UK stocks on my watch list and giving a technical analysis report on all these stocks. Let's get straight into the video. Before I get into the video, you know I'm going to ask you to next hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and hit that alert button so you can get alerts on all of the videos that I have coming out. I also have Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at the Noctrader on all social media platforms. And if you go in the description section below, you'll see a link to my mailing list. If you want to join my mailing list, you'll get priority access to my free beginners training course that I'm providing for anyone that's on my mailing list. You also get a email just giving you information on when any video comes out, and also in the email you also get a breakdown on my stock watch list and the trades I enter and exit and what positions I enter the exit at. Let's get straight into the video. I've got 6 stocks that I'm going to break down today. I'm going to start with the UK ones as usual, and I've got 2 UK stocks to break down. The first one is SLA, Standard Life Aberdeen. That was my second pick of the week for April. And I've exited my position for a profit of 165. So I entered at 245, I exited at 278, and it was £5 per pip that I entered this trade at. I exited because it's broken this support line here. So I think in the long term it might still make its way to £3, but it's going to take a little bit of time. I just don't think it's worth the time that could be wasted with the opportunity cost that could be incurred from waiting for it to get to £3. As you can see here, there's this support line that it was staying true to, it was bouncing off of, and I was expecting to break out to the upside of this ascending wedge, but it has not done this. That's kind of it really for this one. I think it was a good trade, made profit out of it. I'm 2 for 2 with my April pick of the weeks. My April pick of the month, BAE and SLA, and I've exited both of them for a nice little profit. Before I get into the next one, let me show you my stock watch list quickly. Breakdown. So as you can see in here, SLA, my target was 300, but I just fell a little bit short of that, and I made 165. And BA I made 305, so not too bad for the month of April. Both of my main picks were profits, and I entered both positions. If you check my pick for my swing trades for May 2019, video link in the top right hand corner. I picked 4 stocks, but I haven't entered all of them. The only one I actually have entered is CRON, but I'm gonna go into that later. So this is I just thought I'd show you that. Now, British American Tobacco. Covered this in my last technical analysis report, but I just wanted to get a recap of how it's doing. I said it was a great short position to take, and so far it's still looking good as a short. As you can see here, it's been making an ascending channel pattern for almost 2 years. It's peaking and troughing, and selling off. It was at the support, it was at the resistance line here, and it looked like it was gonna make its way down again to the support line over time. But obviously this trade could take a while. So I think I plotted this line here, which was like a middle support and resistance, where and I think that would be a nice exit point, because I wasn't ready to, if I was to enter that trade, I wasn't ready to hold it for like months to get to the support line, because I don't like holding positions that long. So if you look at the 4-hour chart, let's look at the 2-hour chart now. If you look at the 2-hour chart, where this position would have been great to take, you could short it and probably short it down to this line for about 200 pip gain. And I still think it's ready to be shorted. The good thing about it is that it keeps retracing up, but even that retracement up it's just something that it does before it starts selling off again, and it's making a little circular motion here. If you can see here, this is like a, how do I describe it? I'll show you here. Oh, I can't do it. Basically, this is like curving downwards. So this is not a straight line, but you can see that each position that it takes here, I can't even, it's hard to describe. This is making like a kind of a circular motion. So I'd expect it to carry on going down, but then retrace up to like about here and carry on going down because it's curving down, if that kind of makes sense. But yeah, the take profit would be here, and I'd probably set a stop loss just above this line. The 180-day simple moving average is above the price on the 2-hour chart, and it looks like it's curving down. On the 4-hour chart, 180 days, yeah, same again. It's up. It's just about to break above it, but it looks like it's coming down. So I still think it's a good short position. On the MACD and RSI, MACD, RSI all kind of falling downwards, so that kind of works in my favor as well, and tells me that it's still a good short opportunity. Next one is CRON. CRON is my pick of May 2019. I picked it for several reasons. I picked it for a lot of reasons, and there's a lot of confluence. So confluence is where you have lots of different indicators, and they all tell you the same thing, which gives you more confidence in the fact that you're making the right decision. So let me go to the daily chart. On the daily chart, as you can see here, from this point in October 2018 all the way up, there's been a base that's been formed where the price will go up and then retrace back to this base, but never treat it as a support, but never drop below it. It will climb, hit the base, climb, hit the base. So I expect it to climb again. Earnings are May 9th. So I hope that price will climb quite a lot before earnings, because as you know, I don't trade earnings. Because you never know what's going to happen with earnings. Earnings are quite volatile. But it hasn't broken the support in a while, and it stayed true to it. 180-day simple moving average is curving upwards. If you take the base from here to the all-time high, and you draw a Fibonacci extension, the 50% level is exactly at around the $15 mark, which is where the base forms here. So that's what I'm talking about, confluence. All of these things are all kind of coming together, and they're all telling me the same thing, that this $15 mark is a very pivotal point at which there's a chance of a great rebound, and this is what I'm seeing so far. On the daily chart, the price hasn't fully broken out of the 15-day exponential moving average, but on the 4-hour chart, you can see it kind of has. The only thing that's given me cause for concern is, I'll show you. There's one thing that's given me cause for concern. The MACD and RSI look like it's about to curve downwards, and that doesn't really sit well with me. The reason behind why that doesn't sit well with me is because right now I want to see volume push it up, but it looks like it's kind of just lingering around here. On the 1-hour chart, the 180-day simple moving average is acting as a support, and I want it to come underneath the price. And if you go as deep down into the 30-minute chart, right now it looks like it could potentially be like a it looks like a bear flag. So it looks like price has come down. Let's create a little bit of a channel, and it's going to come down some more. If that happens, then I think I'm getting worried that I might just exit this trade at some point and maybe enter at a better position later on, because right now it looks like kind of like a bear flag, and that's not really what I want to see. And on the 2-hour chart, the see this is not what I want to see from the MACD and RSI. It looks like it's about to curve downwards. So I might make a decision whether to exit this and maybe re-enter later if I feel like it's gaining momentum, because this kind of reminds me a little bit of CRON. I mean, a little bit of Crocs. Now, if you remember what I did with Crocs, my Crocs trade a while back, it was lingering at a support line, but it wasn't really hit given the volume that it needed to climb. And I was just hoping and praying that something would happen before earnings, but it was just lingering, and then it hit the support and then started breaking below it. And I don't want a repeat of that. Actually, let me go to Crocs now just to explain to you what I mean. For those of you who've been following for a while, you'll remember what I'm talking about. I'll go on the daily. So Crocs was making an ascending channel pattern, and when it was at this support here, it broke out, and I traded it here, expecting it to climb to earnings. It did not climb. It just kind of lingered, and then when it hit earnings, it broke down, and I held it through earnings rather than cutting my losses or cutting my profits and then just closing out. So what I expected was it to carry on climbing. but you can't, because it didn't do that all the way through earnings. I held it through in the hopes that earnings would be good and the climb up, and that was a fool's journey or something, or whatever you want to call it. And CRON is kind of looking the same to me. If it doesn't really start pushing up maybe tomorrow, then I might exit it and then just regroup before earnings and find another stock. But I really put all my eggs in that basket on CRON, and I made a big video about it, so hopefully it climbs, because I really sang its praises in my last video. But it's better to be to cut your losses and be wrong than be sit in your bias and then make a loss because of your ego. You want to be right so much. My next one is California Water Service. This is, I'm not gonna lie, this isn't one that I identified myself. I was listening to Ricky Gutierrez's Sunday Stock Talk, and it looked like a good promising position, so I thought I'd add it to my watch list. Yeah, so as you can see here, it's almost like an ascending wedge. It's hit the support. It looks like it's going to climb. I wouldn't expect it to climb all the way up to the resistance. I think it could make its way halfway or something like that. So a stock like this, I'd probably maybe hold it up until maybe halfway. This one, you wouldn't want to try and expect it to go all the way up, because nothing's telling us that it'll do that. And if it does that, it'll be reaching its all-time high again, and that's a tall order. But it looks like it's in a nice position to climb quite a bit, maybe even halfway. So I'd set like a take profit for about, I don't know, about here. I think it could make it to there. So the 180-day simple moving average is climbing. It's created the support here, hit the support. Just needs to break out of the 15-day exponential moving average. It's lingered around it, but it hasn't fully broken out. I want to see some upward trajectory first. But yeah, this is one to watch. Not necessarily to trade right now, but to watch. 265 pips could be made, which is a decent amount. So yeah, that's on my watch list, but action not to be taken yet. I think you just need to wait for it to kind of push up a little bit more. Let me go to a smaller time frame. Yeah, so and the 180-day simple moving average is acting as a support on the 15-day chart, which looks good. As I said, I just waiting for it to push up a little bit more, as I said, and then maybe a position could be taken on it. What's the other one that I'm looking at? JetBlue. This one pains my heart. Really pains my heart. I said it, but I was too late. The wheels were already in motion by the time I'd identified it. It keeps climbing. I just thought I'd just recap on it. JetBlue was one I keep climbing. I did a full breakdown of this, the technical and the fundamental, on my 3 stocks I'm picking for May, and all the fundamentals, all the technicals were giving me all the signs I needed to know that this was going to be a good trade. But alas, it wasn't meant to be. I came in too late, and I don't chase trades, so all I'm doing is just watching it and recapping. It keeps climbing. Probably retrace at some point, but as far as I'm concerned right now, I wouldn't enter this trade because it's overextended, and I'll probably be catching a falling knife because it'll probably start retracing if I entered now. So I just have to wait and see if there's a good entry point. If it retraces back to the line, then I might enter. But as it stands, I'll just have to watch it from the sideline, because you don't want to enter a trade when it's already made a couple of days of highs. And the last one is Loco. So Loco is one I looked at before. I thought it was going to make another short, but you don't assume anything. That's why I set an alert line on this base. Wait, let me go to the daily first. Let me not jump the gun. So Loco. Obviously, it was making an ascending channel pattern, broke out to the downside, and then found a new support here. I thought the way the pattern was shaped, I thought it was going to fall down some more, but it didn't. And when I saw that it was making a new base at $12.24, I set an alert line here for when it broke through this line. It didn't break through it again and started making high highs, so it might be climbing back to the old support, which is $14.29. So this might be a good buy position if it retraces, and then we can enter again. What we need to see is it. This is kind of like, so it break out here, come back down, and then maybe go back up again, and then we can enter. But yeah, it looks like it's triple bottomed and climbed. I actually made a video about double bottom and triple bottom and how to trade them, so check out that video. And this is a prime example of how to potentially trade the triple bottom. It hit it once, hit it twice, hit it third time, and that looks like it's about to break out. But yeah, check out my other video on triple bottoms and double bottoms explained. So yeah, that's the technical analysis for today. Noctrader signing out.